She texted me today and she's like, Stacy, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, white shirt and black pants. She's like, okay, well, I'm wearing a red shirt and black pants. That'll be good. And then we show up tonight and we're the exact same shirt. We truly did not plan it. We're like, wow. We did not plan that. No, it was really cool. So again, we are really excited. It's going to be a great year. I really feel like, Brandy and I have been so excited about what's next in 2017. And as we were really walking through it, I feel like it was really a divine download of coming up with this 12-week program. And everywhere we turned, it was like 12 weeks, 12 weeks. And so we really know that this is going to be something that's going to be huge, not only for our business, for each person's business that's here tonight too. So we're excited about it.
And what we're really excited about is so duplicatable. That, our goal is to really just build confidence in our team and ourselves, and leadership begins within. And so we really wanted to take this opportunity to have this Leadership Academy together to really just take the time, the building process, layering information into systems. Tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about with systems, and that you can just give it away now, right? Like everybody can do it. And it's just so duplicatable and so easy to follow.
And the big thing that we really wanted to come up with was something that as you are working your business, that every week you're out there, you're sharing the business plan, you're talking about product, that you actually have something that you could bring your guests back to, that would be an event that they could learn from, but also that they could get to meet some of the team members and have a lot of fun. The biggest thing that we want to make sure here is that people have more fun when they're here than when they're at their job and when they're doing other things. But this is a great event that people are wanting to come to, and each week we want to see it growing. We want it to be bigger and bigger and bigger till we fill up this room. How about you guys? So, as we go through this, we want to kind of develop some things to help you, help us, and help the guests as they're starting to come into it as well. So we're going to kind of lay some ground rules of how this is going to work. One thing that I found over the last 20 years in business and working with groups, it's very important that as a team, that we all work together. So here's one of the rules in this room tonight and for the next 12 weeks, okay? The first rule is when one person claps, every people. That's very important that when one person claps, everybody claps. Because that creates that team dynamic. It's like, oh, you're not leaving somebody hanging. It's like when one person claps and then nobody else claps, you're like, oh. Okay, maybe it wasn't that great. But when one person claps, everybody claps. That's the first thing. Next thing is, if one person stands up, let's say that they're giving somebody a standing ovation, everybody stands up.
I think we should try it.
Yeah, we should try it. And just always be thinking, never leave another person hanging. That makes sense, because we're all a team. We're all on the same team. And so if one person steps out to do something, cheer them on. Be there for them. Be supportive. It's very important.
And then we want to also just make note that, when you're bringing guests every week, and really looking for who you're going to be inviting, if you have customers or people that are prospects and they've had, success or a testimony, this is a great opportunity to say, hey, will you come and will you be my VIP guest? And Samantha in the back, you should have all received 3 to 5 tickets. So each week you're out and you're like, oh my gosh, Brittany, I know that you were having amazing success with our Motive Cosmetic. Will you come? We're having a 12-week Leadership Academy. Will you be my VIP guest? And will you come with me? And there's a testimonial room, and I'm going to take your video. We're going to get your video of your testimony, and it's going to be uploaded on social media to share your success. Will you do that for me? And so right away, you can start really working on who you're going to be bringing, and just let them know that this is going to be a Leadership Academy that they're coming to, that it's a part of your business, and they can meet the people that we do business with in our what we call framework, right? You can meet the people I'm working with, and we do this part-time, and it's exciting because we're seeing so much freedom from financial freedom from poor health, and it's exciting because we encourage one another when we come.
Exactly, and there's going to be this testimonial room. Brandy and I have already done it. It's a ton of fun. So back there, right when you came in where you registered, there was a room right off that registration table. It has a light in there and a red curtain behind, so it's a perfect place for doing testimonials. And what we're doing is, like Brandy and I started the night tonight with it, but it could be a testimonial about product. But it's only 60 seconds when you're doing so. Make them really fast. A 60-second testimonial about product, or maybe about your business. And then what we're going to have you do is actually upload that testimonial. You're going to record it on your own phone. Upload that testimonial page, which we're going to have you all join tonight. And so that will actually help us. So for example, let's say that Kelley is out sharing the business plan, or she's talking about a product, maybe daily essentials with somebody. And she says, oh my gosh, I have this really fun video of another business partner of mine of their success with the daily essentials. It's only 60 seconds. I'll send it to you. Something like that. Can you see how that's helping our teams, and it's using testimonials from other people in the room. And so we're going to be doing those on a regular basis as well. When you do your testimonial, you get tickets, and the tickets go towards drawings, which goes towards free prizes. Who in here likes free prizes?
Yeah, so that's what we really want to do, is just make sure that everybody tonight, if you do stop by and give your own testimony. I know, Alicia, you have a great testimony. You could already put it out there, 60 seconds of success with isotonics, right? And so you can actually get your tickets when you come in the door, because each week when the video is uploaded, your information is going to be collected and extra tickets will be given to you at the door next week. So that's how that'll work.
Sweet fun. So let's do something very fun. Let's have everybody stand up. And we are just going to start 2017 in a great way. We're going to declare over 2017 what we want to see happen. What do you guys think? Okay, so as a group, we're going to kind of go back and forth, little popcorn here. I'm going to start it. You repeat after me. 2017 is going to be my year. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
2017 is going to be my year.
In 2017, I'm going to master all the skills I need for success.
In 2017, I'm going to master all the skills I need for success.
Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better.
I'm going to be a master at booking.
I'm going to be a master at booking.
Everybody I talk to wants to join my team.
Everybody I talk to wants to join my team.
Cricket. Okay, so let's see.
Last one.
Okay, one last one. Let's see.
I'm on my way to a 6-figure income.
There you go.
On my way to a 6-figure income. Woo, everybody give yourself a hand. Okay, you guys can be seated. Okay, so what we're going to do is, just so you guys know what the night is going to look like, it's going to go from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and this is what it will be every time. The way it's laid out is going to be the same every time. It's going to be 5-minute power profile, so it's going to be somebody in this organization, this room, that has had success in Market America. They are growing. They have goals to be bigger, but they've already achieved a lot of success in Market America, so it's going to be a 5-minute power profile. The second thing is going to be about 30 minutes of product information, and they're going to be doing demos, and so you're going to want to have your little notes to write notes, and then if there's like pictures or something, those will be uploaded onto the Facebook page, so that you can have those as well, like before and after pictures, or whatever was required for that product training. That's going to be there as well. A 30-minute skill training, and then if it requires it, there's going to be a workshop afterwards, so you're going to be working out the skills that we just trained. Does that make sense? For 45 minutes. If it doesn't require the workshop, then it's going to be 45 minutes of leadership training, where we're going to be teaching you how to manage a large organization of people, how to have thousands of people that you are leading, not carrying them on your back, but you are leading and they're following you. Does that sound like a good thing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Brandy, because she's going to recognize our very first power profile. Brandy? Okay.
So we are so excited because this couple has been amazing. You know, they've really tackled the ups and downs in life and in their business. You know, they're really seeing huge momentum today, and it's so exciting because, you know, they're both successful in what they do outside of Market America in their business. You know, he is a roofer in the roofing industry, a salesman in the roofing industry, and she is a nurse, a registered nurse for 14, 15, 16 years, taking care of a lot of people. But what's really great is that this business has been able to really take them to the next level in their belief and their ability to change other lives that are around them. And so we just want to give a warm welcome to executive coordinators Jason and Stephanie Swann.
Okay, well, I'm Stephanie. But it was one of those things where I knew I needed something outside of that. I need something working for me outside of my time.
I totally agree. I don't want to do what I'm doing for the rest of my life, and this gives us a chance to kind of have our own time freedom and give this to our children down the road, and just to help our families in the process. Really excited about this. Been through a couple of these things before, but this one's just really made a believer out of me. Market America, just the group of people that you have behind you that you can call that are there at a moment's when. I'm just really impressed with everything that I've seen this far.
And I think that this is really one of the things that makes our story unique, is because we've all of us, but a lot of us have tried other things and they failed, right? Because the business plan was not successful. It was never designed to be successful in the first place. And I think, coming into this, of course, me right away, I thought, I'm going to do this. If Brandy does it, I'm going to do it. Because everything she does, it always works out, So I'm going to follow her. And so we were going. We were ready to get going. And when he was a little resistant, right? To say the least, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're finally on board now. But going back, it's been almost 4 years since we joined Market America, and I have to say we have just loved every minute of it. But when we got started, we didn't know that life was going to happen, and so unfortunately I lost my mom to suicide, and then 5 months later I lost my sister to suicide, and so my head was in the dirt. I was just like, I need to just focus and just live and take care of my babies. But the one thing that really stuck with me was that life's going to happen. Life is always going to happen. I don't ever want to be in that position again where I have to be dependent on this job, where I have to go take care of people and have to have my thoughts clear and have to be in the right frame of mind when I really wasn't. I was really not at all. And, just to know that there is another option was huge for us. So, after that whole first year, it was rough, but then I remember calling Brandy going, what is going on? All these people underneath, this is crazy. And that it didn't go to zero every month. That all the numbers were still there. And I thought, oh my God, this is real. Okay. So then I started to really research and dive into it and really get, just try to learn everything that I could. And to be honest, it wasn't something that just, I jumped right in, right into the deep end. I just kind of slowly but surely kind of, walked my way in. And I think now we're both on board and we're excited, we're ready. We know this year's going to be, it's just going to be our year. Just like what we just proclaimed over us. What you?
You pretty much summed it up.
No, we're super excited. Our kids are excited. We're just ready to be leaders. We're ready for this Leadership Academy, honestly, because it was one of the struggles for us was, not for us, but for me, was fear. I would just get so wrapped up in fear and I'm talking in front of people. Now I'm like, I really like being up here. Because you want to be a blessing to others. It's not about what they're thinking about me, or do I have a booger in my nose, or anything like that. But it's really I just really want them to know the options, what they have to, what I have for them. So, anyways, that's pretty much our story to this point, and we're just so blessed, and just to know all of you in here, and to know that we have multi-million-dollar earners underneath, in our organization is just such a blessing that I just want to be here for y'all to bless and serve y'all. We both do, and we're just excited to be a part of this team.
Good job, guys. Way to stand. I'm so proud of you guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Jason. Isn't it exciting to hear other people's stories, though, to find out where they've come from, where they're going? And I think it's always so encouraging, when you hear that. That's one of my very favorite things when Market America does a power profile, or to watch the profiles of success, to see where people have come from and where they're going. Because You know, when you see the top money earners in Market America, all their personalities are different. There's not one person that's the same. You've got Elizabeth Weber, you have a Frank Kiefer, you know, you have a Joanne Sheep. Not one person is the same. Not one person has the same occupation. But what I see in them, every person that's the same is a drive. It's a desire. It's you know, I want something different, and I'm willing to do the work to make that happen. And that's what I see with you guys. So congratulations. That is really exciting. I'm so excited about, you know, we decided to talk about products because we've got thousands of products in Market America. We have so many stores, and would you guys agree, sometimes it can be overwhelming. You know, when we first started, we were talking about this mall without walls 20 years ago when we started Market America, but it was more like a convenience store. They really didn't have all the products. And so you could really know in a very short period of time everything, about everything. You know, and so today there's so many products that I bet a lot of you haven't even heard of. And so we decided, and myself too, we decided that we would have 30-minute product training. And so this is going to be fun because when we have the product people, each person that's going to be up here presenting tonight, number one, we see that they have leadership qualities, that there's things within them, that they are doing things on a daily basis to grow their business. They're up and coming. Leaders, they're not yet somebody that has established an organization that's large, but they are people that are doing the things on a daily basis to make that happen. So we're excited about that. Also with the product information, we've gotten them on the phone with people that have had a lot of experience with the product. And so, like, for example, Kelley's going to be our first person tonight, and she hasn't been in the business very long, but I got her on the phone with people that have established businesses. They've had a lot of success and have had a lot of experience with the product, and then Kelley's had an opportunity to practice and to be able to go along with that. So I'm excited. I want to introduce our first product person tonight for this whole 12 weeks, and it's Kelley Kramer. Kelley Kramer is a coordinator with Market America, and she also is an event coordinator for Woodlands Church. So please help me welcome Kelley Kramer. Let me make sure that this works. Do I have to like point it at the... Is it on? No? No, it's on. Okay, so for starters, I just want to thank my incredible husband who's in the back videotaping all of this. He actually created my PowerPoint for me, and it's beautiful. And so I just want to thank him so much for supporting me and just this business opportunity that we have been able to be a part of. We are so excited. So I'm going to talk about Snap products. Snap is some incredible stuff. A little cool acronym that I heard about it is Safe and Natural for Animals and People. And I think that's a great way to sum up what Snap products are. They're non-toxic, they're biodegradable, they're phosphate-free. There's a bunch of big words that I can't really understand, but it's awesome and good stuff. And so I'm actually going to be doing a couple of demonstrations with my wonderful assistant, Kramer, who is my sister-in-law. We're just going to teach y'all a little bit about some of the products. There's actually more than what we can cover tonight in 30 minutes, but we're going to give y'all hopefully enough information that way you can feel confident to go out and share this with your customers and your friends and know that you have a product that is good and it's great and you can be confident in that. And so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all a little bit about the different stains we're going to be getting rid of tonight. The first one is lipstick. Now, I don't know how many of y'all actually take your lipstick out and rub it on the ground, but if you have a child that accidentally gets into your lipstick and you have it all over the ground, how are you going to clean that up? I mean, it's just not good stuff. We have gum inside carpet, ground in there really, really well. We have a coffee stain, because that happens all the time. And then lastly, we have blackberry jam. So, good stuff. And so, let me go to the next slide. So first off, we're going to talk about what does enzyme-based mean. Enzymes are actually a
natural process that happens in our food. If you look at a banana and you see the brown spots on the banana, those are actually enzymes that are breaking down the banana. And what SNAP products are is it's a very highly concentrated version of that. And so it speeds up the dissipation of molecules. It will literally eat the odors and eat the stains. So instead of just kind of covering things, it actually will start eating it and breaking it down for you before you even start scrubbing. And so I'm actually going to put the mic down for a second, and I'm going to put all the products on, and then we'll start letting it sit, and then we'll start scrubbing in a second. Oh, thank you, Kendra. You can actually do that then. And so the first product we're going to talk about tonight is the heavy-duty concentrate. Yep, a capsule. And depending on what you're using this concentrate for, it'll have directions on the back of the bottle as to whether you need to water it down and stuff. During our trial and error, we realized that for lipstick, you need the full strength. So we're going to put actual capfuls of it on there. And so we're going to let that sit there. And then the second one we're going to be doing is the all-purpose natural concentrate. And so this one is actually going to get the gum out. We actually heard a testimony of a poor girl who I think is actually in this room tonight. She got gum stuck in her hair one time, and her mother washed the gum out with the all-purpose natural concentrate. Instead of having to cut it out of her hair, she actually got to wash it out. And then another one of the products we're going to be talking about is the Snap SOS, which is the Smoke Odor Stain Eliminator. We're going to use this to get out the coffee stain and the jam stain. And so if you want to, Kendra, if you can start, put that on there. Another product we're going to talk about tonight is our cleaner disinfectant, and how powerful this is as a disinfectant on multiple different viruses, bacteria, mold, mildew, all kinds of different things we can use this Snap disinfectant for. And then the last thing we're talking about tonight is actually the shop cloth, which I had never heard about. Most people I don't think really know much about the shop cloth, and so we're going to use it to get permanent marker off of our table. We're also going to use it to get tarnish off of our jewelry. So, okay, Kendra, I think it's been enough time, so let's start with the lipstick. So we poured a couple capfuls of the heavy-duty concentrate on, and now we have a damp cloth. And instead of scrubbing it back and forth, you actually want to push the cloth in and twist it, and then pull it out. So you don't really want to scrub, you more want to twist it out. And so while she's doing that, we're going to continue and see. Oh, I already see a lot of it coming out. You guys, this is crazy. I can't wait to hold this up for you. She's doing an amazing job. She's my muscle tonight. We're really grateful for it. Because I don't know if y'all know this, I broke my toe, and so, I'm a little gimpy up here, but we're going to do it. We're going to take care of it. And so here, I just want to give you like a little work in progress. So it started out, and now this is like just that. She wasn't even scrubbing for like a minute, and the lipstick is already coming out. Do a little bit more. And if you need to add another capful, that's okay. I know this is a big bottle. You can get a lot of use out of this. And then while she's doing that, I'm going to work on the gum. So, this gum is nasty. So we poured a capful of the all-purpose concentrate on. It's kind of a thicker consistency, almost like soap, and so it kind of sets up a little bit. I'm just going to work, try. Here we go. Oh, that would be great. We need like earpieces or something. Just kind of twisting it. I'm just twisting it around, and it's already coming out. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Use some elbow grease. Just a little bit left. It smells
actually know a lady, because we used to do these demonstrations all the time, and I know a lady that went into a house. It was a very nice home, and it was brand new carpet, and she was chewing gum, and she took the gum out of her mouth, put it in the carpet, and took her shoe, and she was like that in the carpet. I was like, dear Jesus, please let this work. Or we're gonna have to meet her in this house. It came out. I was like, oh my gosh, I had never seen somebody do that. That takes a lot of nerve. To take the gum out of your mouth, put it in somebody's brand new carpet. Now, this is a carpet sample, that's one thing, but somebody's carpet. But it works. It's pretty amazing. And I do have a personal thing with this too. So my daughter Avery, I think she's here tonight. I'm not sure if she's there. She's in the back of the room. Everybody see back there? Wait. My daughter Avery, I'm so proud of you, so amazing. So when we started Market America, she was just born. Actually, I was pregnant with her when we first got started, and then she was born in June. And then when Motives came along, you know, I got my whole custom blend kit. That's not cheap, as you guys know. And my husband and I went on our Friday night date, and we came back, and Avery had gotten into the makeup. I'm not sure where the babysitter was, but she got into my makeup, and she actually poured out the foundation into the carpet. And it was new carpet. But we were able to use the product and get all of it out. And then another time, she was with the babysitter. I needed to really watch the babysitter. She was with the babysitter and got into some of my lipstick. I have pictures of this too. Got into my lipstick. She had it all over herself, but it was all over the carpet as well. And red lipstick on white carpet, and it took it right out too. So it's pretty amazing. It's a great product. So you always have to know when your product works. You know? And I have another thing just to tell you too, just kind of some background information as they're scrubbing. Do you guys know that Snap was actually a company all by itself? That actually was a network marketing company that all they sold was Snap products, and they did really well. And then they ended up, the marketing plan wasn't very good, so they went out of business, but Market America absorbed this product. So these products right here were a company all by themselves, and Market America brought it into our Mall Without Walls, so pretty amazing, you know, we have so many incredible products.
Okay, so the lipstick is gone. And that was a very dark lipstick, y'all didn't see. That's like what Brandy's wearing tonight, dark lipstick. And so we just have a little bit of gum left. We're gonna keep working on that. And so I'm gonna talk about the SOS while she's finishing that up a little bit. So SOS is a very interesting product because the way it breaks down odors. Because of the enzyme base. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I haven't even been doing my slides. I'm sorry, y'all. We've had to concentrate. All-purpose natural concentrate, disinfectant cleaner, shot cloth. Let's get to where are we at? SOS. Okay. Smoke, odor, stain eliminator. So the SOS can take out organic stains. That means it's going to be like food stains, blood stains, any type of bodily fluid, urine, anything like that. It'll take out not only the odor, but the stain. And so if you have a house like we did, we just recently bought a house, and we didn't know about these products before we bought the house. So if we would have known about them, we would have done things a little bit differently. But when we bought our house, you could tell that they had pets living in there. Oh, it smelled so bad. My eyes were like, oh, my allergies were going crazy. And so I've heard some testimonies of people who own rental properties that have a pet in there. And you know how people, they'll try to get the urine smell out or the cat smell out, and nothing works. They sprayed this on, and within like an hour, it smells like there was never an animal in there. They're able to scrub out those different pet stains, urine stains. Moms, this is a great one if you have little ones and you have a nursery. If it smells like diaper in there, you can like use this inside your trash can to get rid of those odors of the diaper smells. Yes, so there's so many different ways you can use this one, which is crazy. You can spray it on ants and it kills them. Instead of using a toxic thing inside your home to kill ants, you can actually use SOS on them. Cold sores and fever blisters. Now, I don't know who ever thought of putting this on your skin, but someone thought of that. That's crazy to me. Someone thought of that. So I actually got the pleasure of speaking with Wendy,
who is one of our business partners up in Iowa, and she had heard about using it for cold sores. You would just put a little bit on a Q-tip, you put it on the cold sore, and the next morning the cold sore is gone. And so she was like thinking about that one day, and her daughter, who was really young, and actually had open heart surgery. And because of that, her immune system was very compromised, and she was susceptible to a lot of different diseases and infections. And one of the things that happened to her was she had fever blisters all over her entire lips. And so Wendy thought about it, she's like, oh, like, maybe I should put some SOS on that. And I'm like, put that on your child? Oh my goodness. But within 24 hours, her lips went from that to that. Just using a Q-tip and some SOS on them. And, I mean, if y'all need any more proof about how awesome our products are, the fact that they're non-toxic, biodegradable, phosphate-free, we can use them on our skin and it's not going to break us out, it's not going to cause a rash, it's going to actually heal us. Another testimony was actually David Whitehead. They were in the Caribbean, is that correct? And they went snorkeling, and poor David actually got a huge gash on his back from hitting the coral in the reef. And they were in Mexico with, not very good health and stuff like that. And they actually had this version in a wipe, is that correct? They used to have SOS in a wipeable form. And so when they got back to the hotel room, they wiped the SOS on his back, and he got 0 infection. He never had to go to the doctor for it. It healed up, it's just a scar now. And that's pretty incredible that you can use, again, a cleaning product, and it'll heal your skin, it'll protect you. It'll put a barrier and make sure that you don't get infection inside different things. So that's a little bit about our SOS product. So let's check back in with Kendra. How's the gum going? It's getting, I think it looks like it's gone. Oh my gosh. So the gum is gone. Okay, now we're going to work on the coffee stain with our SOS product. And so again, with this coffee stain, it'll actually take out the odor with it. It won't just be covering up the odor, it'll actually take out the odor and the stain all in one because we're using our SOS product. And so while she's talking about that, or while she's doing that, I'm going to talk about our disinfectant cleaner. And so our disinfectant is, it's a good cleaner. Oh my goodness, are you done already? Okay, so the coffee's gone. And again, because it was already breaking down the stain while it was sitting here, she didn't have to scrub it because the enzymes are already breaking down the stain. She almost just literally had to wipe it up. Okay, so I'm going to read some big words that are really big, but they'll help you understand again just how powerful our disinfectant is and how good it can be for so many different businesses, not just our homes. And so the disinfectant will deodorize and disinfect a variety of surfaces. This phosphate-free cleaner is designed for use in food service establishments, hotels, motels, nursing homes, hospitals, and more. It is an EPA-registered product and helpful in preventing cross-contamination in both commercial facilities and homes. The Snap Disinfectant Cleaner is also a fungicide, virucide, and mildew fighter. This disinfectant also removes mildew and is effective in many organisms, including E. coli, strep, and staph. And that's just a tiny little bit of what it can clean and kill. Another thing, so it does E. coli, salmonella. It will kill the fungicide that causes athlete's foot and fungus. So if you go to a gym or anything like that, and people are walking around, they're all sweaty, you can actually take a spray bottle of this and spray down your bench, spray down your, the equipment before you use it. So you never know what different things are happening in there. Mildew, again, it will kill mildew and mold. Another testimony I heard was that a woman had, the mold that gets in the crevices of your shower inside, all of that. Well, she used everything she could, trying to scrub that away. She used all kinds of different things, and nothing would happen. It was still black. And one day she was cleaning her shower with the disinfectant. She was just cleaning the sides of the shower. She never even thought about trying to use it on the corners where the mold was. And a couple drops fell on the mold, and it turned white almost instantly. And she was like, what? And so she started cleaning her shower. It was sparkling almost like new because she used the disinfectant to get rid of the mold and to kill the mold in there. And then all kinds of. And then if you want to use this inside like hospitals for different things, it will fight against influenza, the cause of upper respiratory infections, HIV-1, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus. It kills HIV-1, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C on pre-cleaned environmental surfaces and objects that were previously soiled with blood and body fluids. And so some people, they like to, for hand soap, especially whenever we're in flu season or things like that, they will put some Snap the all-purpose concentrate into their soap dispenser and a capful of the disinfectant, and so then they'll use that to wash their hands. That way they're killing the germs and also cleaning their hands. Another thing that you can do is if you work in the food service industry or you have a restaurant, you can actually put our heavy-duty concentrate and some of the disinfectant and can clean the tabletops with it, you can clean the counters with it, and again, it will be killing all those disease and bacteria and viruses along with cleaning everything. Oh my gosh, and the jam is gone. Okay, so we've done the lipstick, we've done the gum, we've done coffee, jam. Let's see what else we have. Oh, now we're going to talk about our shop cloth. And so, would you go down there and just scribble all over that piece of table? Because I don't know about y'all, but I just, love putting permanent marker on things. And so while she's doing that, I'm going to go back a little bit. Let's see here. And so, okay. You got it on there? Okay. If you want to go ahead and just make sure it's dry. Make sure it's really on there. Yeah, and this is the shop cloth. And you don't have to wet this, you just literally take it out of the Ziploc bag that it comes in. We cut ours in half so we can use half of it for wood, half of it for metal. And the permanent marker is gone. So that's with the permanent marker. We took a really dirty penny, I don't know if you see this penny right here, and we cleaned it with the shop cloth. My husband did. He scrubbed it, and it came out looking almost like a new penny. I had this piece of jewelry that my wonderful husband gave me when we were dating, and it had become a little tarnished, and so you can kind of see the top, it's a little dark, a little dirty, a little grimy. So I took the shop cloth, I just kind of rubbed it over a little bit, and it came out almost like new. In fact, I would say better than new, it's shinier than when I got it. And so we're actually going to use, because I have the necklace here tonight, I didn't do the sides of it though, I didn't do the chain. And so you can still see a little bit, it's kind of tarnished, and so Kendra's going to work on shining up the rest of that while we keep going. You can also use this for water stains. We had this water stain on our end table in our bedroom, and I took the shop cloth, I scrubbed it over it, and it was gone. You can't even tell that there was a water stain there anymore. Let's see. We're just working on that. And so there's several different ways you can get these different products. The first one is the Snap Pack. And the Snap Pack comes with all these big bottles of things. So we have the heavy-duty concentrate, we have the all-purpose natural concentrate, we have the disinfectant. It comes with a heavy-duty scouring one. Yeah, she has the pack right there. Show it to everybody. And then it also comes with laundry detergent and laundry softener, fabric softener. And so it's a great deal. You get all these different big bottles. And most of these, they're concentrated, so you have to dilute them. So only a capsule or two will give you a couple bottles worth of cleaning product. Instead of having to go and purchase $5 bottles of different things, you actually can get it all, like 32 to 33 bottles worth of cleaner inside this one. So that's one way you can get it. And then we love the Snap Pack Essentials kit. Oh my gosh, this was one of the first products we bought when we became owners of our shop.com, because I love to clean my house. I love it to smell good, and I've really been getting into more natural cleaning products, but they're expensive. It's really hard to find good natural cleaning products that actually clean, but are also non-toxic. And so I wanted to try them out to see if it was worth it, if it was something I could actually tell my friends about and want to share with other people. And so we got the Snap Essentials kit, and I will say we love it. Oh no, okay, take it back. We don't love everything. This dish liquid isn't our thing, but that's okay. We don't have to love it all. It just isn't our thing. But other than that, we love everything else. You can see, I mean, this is my first bottle. We've been with Mark and I for 3 months. I've already used almost an entire bottle of the all-purpose cleaner. We use this on our countertops. I use this on glass, on mirrors. Like, this stuff goes everywhere throughout my house. We have the sanitary bathroom cleaner, which has the disinfectant in it already. And so this is a very good sanitizing vacuum cleaner that you can use around your toilets, on your showers, inside your sinks, inside your kitchen sink. All make sure that you're killing all those different bacteria, viruses, etc. This is one of the stain removers. And my in-laws were actually in town this last week, and my father-in-law had a blood stain on his pants. And so Julia, she grabbed this stain remover and sprayed it a couple times and threw it in the wash, and when it came out of the wash, it was gone. You couldn't even tell that there was a stain there from before. And then the All Fresh. I don't know if y'all smelled this. It smells amazing. I spray my whole house with this all the time. Some good stuff. And I love how it comes in these little packages. So when you get it, you actually don't get any liquid inside the containers whenever you get your pack. And everything comes in these little tiny pouches. I don't know if I can do it right now. But they come in like these little packets like this. And you match the color to the bottle. So this purple packet will go inside the purple bottle. Then you don't have to cut it or open it or anything. You just drop the packet in. You fill it up with water. I let it sit there maybe about a minute so it can start to break down a little bit. And then you just shake up the product and it's ready to use. And when you purchase the kit, you get 15 packets. So you get 3 bottles each inside your packets. And I think it's all for like $30, I want to say. It's like $29.95 for us. And you get 15 bottles of cleaner. That's under $2 a bottle. And the necklace is clean. Oh, it looks beautiful. So I just want to, let me get through everything. Make sure I have all the slides. So I think I went a little bit fast, sorry. But I just want to wrap up. So again, we had a coffee stain, we had a jam stain, we used the Snap SOS on. Snap SOS we also saw with the fever blisters, took away fever blisters. You can also use it inside your nursery, get rid of odors, different things like that. We also did the lipstick. We used the heavy duty concentrate on it. We put about 3 capsules and we scrubbed out the lipstick. We had gum. We used a couple capsules of the all-purpose natural concentrate. The disinfectant, again, kills all kinds of viruses, bacteria, mildew, mold, all that kind of stuff. If you wanted to use it as a hand sanitizer, again, you can mix the two together inside your soap pumps, and then anytime you wash your hands, you'll be disinfecting your hands. If you want to use it to, if you work again in the food industry or anything like that, you can mix the heavy-duty concentrate with the disinfectant, and again, it'll spray it down, wipe it up, and it'll be clean. You don't have to worry about cross-contamination of different things happening inside food restaurants, hospitals, etc. And then our beautiful Snap Pack, and lastly, our shop cloth, which I'm sure you can use on so many more things than what I mentioned tonight, but taking off permanent marker, tarnished jewelry, coins that are old and dull, being able to go around and clean your house. I also heard, I think it was you guys, they had a scratch on their car, and they buffed out the scratch on their car with this. Pretty good. It's not the thing. So what happened was pretty cool. So Avery was just learning how to drive, and she's like, oh man, Mom. And it was in our Escalade, and she had, you know, they have like those poles that have like yellow pole, those kind of things. Well, she didn't dent the car. She actually just took some of the yellow paint off of the thing and it got into the bumper of our Escalade. And so I went out with the shop cloth, and I actually just took my shop cloth on that paint, and it took it right off, but it left the black of the Escalade was on, only the yellow came off from the pole that she hit, so pretty cool. So she's safe. So again, I just want to thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to come here and share with you guys a little bit about our cleaning products, and hopefully you can remember that SNAP is safe and natural for animals and people. And make sure you share that with other people. Share it with your friends. Share it with your neighbors and your relatives. Everyone needs cleaning products. This is something that literally everyone can sell because everyone needs cleaning products. Everyone needs laundry detergent. Everyone needs dishwashing soap. Everyone needs those things. And so I just hope that all of you have an amazing week and you are able to start thinking about certain people that you can, again, share this product with. We don't have to sell the product, we have to share it. And people will want to buy it. And so thank y'all so much. Marker. Can you believe how easy that marker came? That's permanent marker. Unbelievable.
And not only that, but you're doing this anyway. I mean, how many of you guys are going to wash your clothes and clean your house, you know? So that's just the business that you own. So you have to get excited that we get to take part of that and own that and give that away. And so, because I mean, everyone is going to be cleaning and washing clothes. And so, but are they getting cash back? Right? Are they being able to have a benefit? Because when they go to the store, they're not able to do that. But we get to give that service to someone. So it's really great.
Exactly. So,
it's tool time.
it's tool time.
You ready to put our bill?
Do it.
Right, my name is here. I need some like tool time music. Do you got yours? Girl, where's all your tools? Well, what do you have?
Look at mine. I've got the weekly checklist.
What is that?
Oh, you don't know about the weekly checklist?
No, but are you going to teach me?
Yes, I'm going to teach you.
So I'm going to be able to have tools like you.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You just wait.
Yeah, because I'm a little empty here. I need some help.
Empty. You're not going to do much with that tool belt.
I know. Well, yeah, I'm not going to be able to have a strong house, a foundation.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, we're going to get started somewhere. So, well, you can load me up tonight with this information, the tools.
That is for sure. So we are excited to truly teach you the tools that you need in order to build your business. A key to Market America is truly having simple tasks that can be repeated by a large group of people. That is such an important thing in building your business because what a lot of times you see people do is they get started with Market America and they think, okay, I've got to create 6 figures. I'm going to have to do something very difficult to make that happen. When somebody does that, it doesn't create residual income. It could create 6 figures, but it's not there residually because as soon as they stop working, they stop making money. What we want to teach you how to do is truly how to create residual ongoing income, and it starts with this right here. Simple tasks that can be repeated by a large group of people. So if you have paper tonight, you're going to have to write this down. This is one of the tools that you're going to need in your tool belt for growing a large business. So what we're going to talk about tonight is systems and daily methods of operation in order to run your business. Something I want to make sure that you know, here's something else to write down. I learned this about 20 years ago from my brother-in-law, Kelley. He said, never leave the most important task to the least qualified person. So never leave the most important task to the least qualified person. So when I get somebody started in Market America, they're trusting me as their sponsor, as their leader, to make sure that I get them started correctly. Would you guys agree? Because they've never run an unfranchised before. This is their very first, opportunity in running their business, and so I have. And so my job when I get somebody started is to make sure they have all of the tools they need in order to be successful. So we're going to talk about tonight, and typically how it's going to go is skill training is 30 minutes and then 45 minutes of workshop or of leadership. Because this is such an important step, we're going to spend the whole hour and 15 minutes, Brandy and I are, covering this right here. Okay, so this is what we're calling the business binder. So this is your business binder, okay? So we're going to go through tonight what exactly is in the business binder. So you're not leaving the most important task to the least qualified person. So when I'm getting Jason started, he's brand new, I know more than he does. When he gets started, I'm going to make this binder for him. I give it to him, and then we go through what's inside this binder, and everything that he needs to have in order to run a successful franchise is in this binder. Okay, so everything's taken care of right from the beginning, and it's a simple task that can be repeated by a large group of people.
And too, it gives you no excuse but to succeed, right? And it really shows you at the end of the day when you're working with people and they start telling you, well, I don't think this business is working, I don't know, I'm having a hard time. You're like, great, the pressure's off. You can just say, listen, why don't we meet for coffee, Jason, and we'll go over bring your business binder, because I'm really going to be able to see, we'll be evaluating what's not working. And so at that point, you can look at it, and a lot of times they'll open up the binder and nothing's been done. Nothing's been done, and then it takes the pressure off of you as a leader to really be able to say, you know what, listen, Amy, man, I noticed there's a lot of snow blindness here. There's a lot of things that you're not filling out, when that's white, it's all like not written on. But what's great is too, is that you kind of put the ball back in their court. Nick, listen, I can see that you might be discouraged, but I believe that if you just start taking these daily methods of operation and just start hammering them away, right, and you're using the tools, that you're able to succeed in this business.
That's exactly right. So, everything I'm going to show you tonight is on the Facebook page, just so you guys know. The name of the Facebook page is Leadership Academy. So you want to make sure that you are asking to join that, and then Brandy and I, it's a closed group, and it's only for the people in this room or people that are attending this during the 12 weeks. And so we'll approve it and I'll let you into the group. So everybody tonight, your first homework assignment is to get onto Facebook and ask to be joined to the Facebook page or Facebook group, Leadership Academy. When you get there, everything that we're covering tonight is actually, you're able to download it and then print it right away. So my daughter Avery, they say thank you, Avery. She's absolutely amazing. She actually created a document where I think there's 62 pages here or 62 different things here. She actually created it where it will print it all out. So all you do is download, you push print, and it prints everything for you. You don't have to go in and try to find each document. She did it so everything prints right after each other. She's amazing.
That helped the bonds out like right now. So again, you just cannot not be successful. And so thanks again, Avery, for all your work and seeing that you too. Yeah, that you helped put some skin in the game for this academy.
She has a serious. So as we go through, we'll talk about the different things she helped create too, for sure. So here's the very first thing. This will be when you print it. It's going to have everything in here for your business binder. It even tells you where to get this binder and what the code number is for it if you're getting it on your shop.com, which is pretty cool. As well as the tabs inside, what the code numbers are for those. And I got it off of Office Depot or Office Max, they're together. So everything is in there. So as you look at this first page there, it has everything that's in there and then how to label the tabs as you're going through the business binder. Okay, so everything's there on the Leadership Academy Business Binder first page. The next thing, thank you, Sam. Say thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Sam spent a ton of time typing this up for us. This is the welcome guide. What I love about this is it actually, as I'm starting a brand new person, so let's say that Nick is brand new in the business, as he's getting started, it actually tells him when he makes his first order on shop.com, how to do that, how to sign in himself, as well as how to sign in a preferred customer, and how to order off his own unfranchised.com. So Holly, would you say this is a really good thing? Because we're building a brand new organization, right, 70? And one of the things they were sitting down with, okay, now when do I order off of unfranchised and when do I order off of shop.com? You guys ever been have or had customers or new unfranchised owners, this tells you exactly how to do that. Now do you see why we're saying thank you, Sam? She even typed out how to fill out a Form 1000 properly. And so all of that is there as well.
And then not only that, we should be really, really good at reporting our BV each week to our team members. And so that way we can help you guys cut checks and all together we're working together as a team. It's going to teach you how to do that, the rules and to follow, like, okay, step by step by step, how do you report volume to the people that are above you so that they know how they can help you and where to place the volume at. So these are really great tools that are really exciting because it's really step by step. It's just going to take the work out of it. All you have to do is just say, hey, let's follow this together. And, bouncing back the ball of responsibility and accountability for your own business and really create success that way.
Man, it's so true. So, yeah, great.
Awesome.
You can always tell later, like, Nick is like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Nick's over here like, yes.
So it has a large organization because you realize there's a lot of administrative time that doesn't need to be done if you had a tool that can do it outside of your time. Do you guys see that?
And Stacy, I think I'm working on my tool. Do I get anything yet?
Yes, actually, we're working on your very first tool, which is your level.
Oh yeah, I need to get leveled out here.
So you get your level first, and
Are you gonna put that on my belt right there? Thank
so your
you.
level is actually right here. Is your basic 5 weekly checklist. So let me go
Here it is right here in your.
Exactly. So this is going to help you level out your business. This is the key to building your unfranchised. When Dave and I started 20 years ago, this is exactly what we did in order to reach a 6-figure income within a year in the company. And then the people that we worked with, we did the exact same thing with them. We helped them to develop that same thing and to use this tool. Just understand, we're all getting ready to go to the World Conference, right? So when you get there, there's going to be all kinds of things. There's fireworks, and there's all kinds of excitement. They're talking about this, and they're talking about that. And you leave there, and you're like, where do I go now? Because it's almost like an information overload. And so I want you to understand, this is where we build from. Everything that you do in your business is all based on this weekly checklist. Everything else that you want to do, if it's nutrimetrics, if it's motives, if it's TLS, it's in addition to this weekly checklist. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? So I want you guys to say the words, in addition to.
In addition to.
Not instead of.
Not instead of.
So what I see people do is they get excited, they're doing this, and then they go to World Conference and they're like, oh, I want to go do this. And then they start something new and then they stop doing what they were doing to help them get success where they are today. Does that make sense? And so you guys understand, if you're going to do something else, it's in addition to, not instead of. Say that one more time for me.
In addition to, not instead of.
Perfect. So what we want you to do is we don't have the time tonight to train on this. So we have Meet On. How many of you guys have heard of Meet On? Good, very good. Okay, so what you want to do, again, Avery helped to make this. You go to this Meet On, and you're going to, on the right side over here, you're going to log in. So you log in or you create a new one. Once you've done that, then you go to the search bar and you put in Whited. When you put in Whited, it's going to come up with all of these different trainings that my husband and I have done. The one you're looking for is Daily Method of Operation. Daily Method of Operation. This is part of your homework. So this is a leadership academy. We're going to treat you all like leaders. Does that sound like a good thing? So you are going to have homework, but it is included in your 10 hours a week. It's not in addition to, this is part of your 10 hours a week. One of the things on the weekly checklist is to listen to one audio per day, 5 days a week. The homework, Daily Method of Operation, that's one of the audios for that day. Does that make sense? All homework is going to be part of the weekly checklist, not in addition to. Okay, so you're going to watch that for one of the days of your 5 days that week. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, and you're going to be learning all about it. The next one,
So you're saying that all I have to do is every single week have a goal, and then I'm going to use that as my tool. So do I get to put that in my tool belt like you have? Awesome. Shoot, I'm getting educated. Awesome.
Okay, so the next thing is the daily checklist. So what we found from the weekly checklist each step. And so I came to Brandy and I'm like, Brandy, what are you doing? Because one of the things I found in the weekly checklist is people were like, I'm talking to all of these people, but the follow-up process is not going as well. I'm not knowing how to follow up with them. Where do I put this? And I'm missing the follow-up. And so I came to Brandy and I'm like, Brandy, what are you doing? She goes, I've got it. I've been working with this system for a long time, and this has really helped me. And this daily checklist builds into the weekly checklist.
And it was perfect. And so I really just decided to put it into action and just trying to test and see how it goes. And it really just was amazing because, we have our weekly goal, but then what happens is our week gets by and, the time passes and then we get there and we're going to turn in our points and all of a sudden we're like trying to add it all up, and figure it out and like hurry and listen to all these audios in one day, right? Because you're like, oh shoot, But the truth was it just made it so much more easier to really be able to do it every single day. But not only that, to also incorporate what you're doing already day to day, whether it's with your family or, just really pour it into you. Because, somebody that's empty, if you flow from an empty bucket, then you're worth nothing, right? I mean, you're not going to be a good mom or dad or husband or wife if you have nothing, if you're drained. So I decided that on a daily checklist that we would feel confident and accountable and excited when we just woke up, right? So get up, check. I did that. I'm excited. I'm getting up and I'm starting my day. I'm taking my isotonics, check.
Success.
Right? Success. Look, I'm already successful at this. And then daily devotional, whatever that means or looks like for you. But it's so important to, again, pour into yourself to get that day started. Like David and Stacy always talk about on the list, the power shower. Because again, you want to be confident, you want to be strong, you want to affirm yourself every single day.
So that means while you are in the shower, you start with this. This is where you start, then you can go from there. But you start with, it's going to be a great day. So you're like, it's going to be a great day. Everybody say it with me. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a great day. So you are deciding yourself where your day is going, not letting your day determine what it's going to look like. Does that make sense? You are in control of your day. So you start the shower 10 times. This is going to be a great day. This is going to be a great day. This is going to be a great day.
and then when you have something bad, you're like, no, this is a great day. Get out of my way. So but basically, you're also looking at exercising because, let's just face it, right? We want to be healthy and we want to enjoy our life. And so for the longest time, I just looked at that, I was like, cricket, you know what I mean? So then finally, I made a decision that I wasn't going to just, not do this. I was going to do every part of this on my list. And so getting up and filling myself up and exercising, now I'm like, check. And I'm so excited and confident in that because that is something that's helping me grow in who I am as a leader and, what people are going to watch me do. And so basically, you're already successful with 5 check marks just from getting out of the bed and doing these simple things. And then you're like, whoo! Then you go out and tackle the day. You get in your office or you get where you're going and you're like, okay, what am I going to focus on? Income-producing activities, right? These are important things like, okay, what customers am I calling back? Well, if you're looking at it and you're like, I don't have any customers. Well, the daily checklist, also reaching into the weekly checklist, it's not if, it's when, right? So this is going to become easier and easier to follow. The magic number, for whatever reason, is 5. So as you're out and about and you're talking to people, you're always collecting, people's names. As, I always say, you're just on a hunt for the right people. And you don't know who it's going to be. But as you gather their information and you're talking to them, and I had Melody, as she ordered a mascara, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what? I want to follow up with her. So I'm going to put Melody on, if she purchased a mascara, because of these 1 through 31 tabs for 31 days, then if it's the first day, and I'm going to follow up with her in just 2 days. 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. So I'm going to turn to my day 3.
This is genius, you guys. Follow this. So make sure you guys are following. Because she's on day 1, okay, whatever, so it's January 1st, let's say. January 1st, and she's handing out daily essentials. So she's going to follow up in 2 days. So what she does is go to the tab for January the 3rd, and then she writes on there to follow up with that person. Does that make sense? So this is going to help with all the follow-up nightmare. If you've been building for a while, you realize people are falling through the cracks because you're forgetting to follow up. This is a real big key to making that happen.
And it keeps you balanced and not overwhelmed or, and then it keeps you accountable. If you tell somebody you're going to call them back, you better call them back. You know, I've seen so many horror stories where they were like, well, they gave me this product and I never heard back from them. Well, you have to, shame on you. You know, you're the business owner and you have to be willing to, you know, go, okay, you know what? What's going to be best for me, Amy, to follow up with you at? Would you like me to text you? Because I'm going to call you in 2 days or text you in 2 days, whatever works better for you. But I just want to make sure that you're really enjoying the product and I want to find out what testimonies you're going to get. So I'm going to turn to that third day, because that's on the 3rd, it'll be on the 3rd, and then I'm going to write Amy's name there. And I'm going to follow up with her. And then 3-way phone calls. Y'all, if you're not doing 3-way phone calls, this is huge. So it could be someone in your organization. It could be someone that's struggling or brand new. And you're like, hey, you know what? I thought of you, you know, you're a makeup artist. I would love to introduce you to Sabrina. She's amazing. Oh my gosh, let me get her on the phone. And right away, I'm connecting my makeup artist. Maybe it's Emily. I'm going to connect her with Sabrina. And she just started her business so that she can give a testimony or just encouragement and just kind of connect. The biggest thing is connecting. Every person in this room should be connecting.
So one thing I want to make sure that you understand is some of you are brand new here tonight and you're thinking, I don't know how to do a 3-way phone call or how to follow up. Those are skills we're teaching in these 12 weeks. Just so you know, the things that we're talking about, making sales, how to book an appointment, all of those things are the skill sets that we're training in the 12 weeks. But you have to have the binder and be prepared so that when we start that process, you're ready. Does that make sense? And so as we go through, just don't shut off and be thinking, I don't know how to do that. We're going to train it. That's what we're here for. We're going to train you on every one of these steps as we go along.
And the daily or the weekly checklist is like the car, right, that you're driving in your business, but the daily checklist is the steering wheel. You know, you kind of are able to, know where you're going, and so, you're calling your customers, reorder, following up, you're setting your 3-way phone calls, and then you're going to write notes to people. If I just did a phone call with Nick, and I just want to encourage him as a team member, I'm just going to take a second and get Nick's information and just send him a card. Listen, that goes a long way in your group. People want to feel appreciated. They want to know how much you care, not how much you know. Right? They really want to feel that warmth and that competence like we talk about all the time, and that keeps them in your business, believe it or not. So those notes make a world of a difference. And I was just doing a 3-way phone call with a lady the other day, and I was like, hey, by the way, she was with Valerie and Jared when they were down, and I did a 3-way phone call for them. And I said, hey, by the way, you're so nice, I'd love to send you something. So I said, can I have your address? And she said, sure. So I got her address right away, and then just put some daily essential packets in the actual envelope and mailed her just a, hey, it was great to talk to you card. I think you're really amazing. I'd love you to try this product and I'll be happy to follow up with you. And so
that is so good, because how often do you actually get mail nowadays? It's usually some sort of advertisement or bills, but to actually get something from somebody, it's like, wow, somebody took the time to actually make a handwritten letter. They sent you something? That's really big. Would you guys agree? Have you ever been to like a nice store or a restaurant and they actually sent you a thank you card afterwards? How did that make you feel? Like, wow, it makes you feel appreciated, makes you want to go back to that place, makes you more loyal to that. And so by doing that, you're just going to set yourself out apart from the rest, and that's on this checklist, which I think is great.
And, it doesn't hurt you, to really do this note system for your customers and just tell them thank you, because, again, like Stacy just said, that pulls people in. I mean, I remember I had over 800 customers, and it was crazy, but I had a system that worked that I did every Friday. It didn't seem overwhelming, but once you start the process, then what's great is then you are able to, let it carry on, and what you set in motion will carry in motion. That's why this is really, really good as your guide and your steering wheel to success. So errands to run. Well, I mean, one time I just forgot to feed my kids because I was so busy. I'm like, oh yeah, shoot, yeah, you gotta eat, But at the end of the day, this keeps me balanced to think, okay, check, I gotta feed my kids, or I need to call and check on them important. I mean, that sounds crazy, but how many of you guys agree we can get so busy and wrapped up and then we just forget, And that seems so small, but Cindy, I know you know what I'm talking about, right? So errands to run, whether it's picking up the laundry, Dr. Ed, you love it. But anyway, personal or family information. Listen, we want to be well balanced in our business. So that's really important. Call to schedule a follow-up or scheduled events. We talk about all the time. If you're going to be giving out these VIP cards, you're going And so I'm really excited, and I want to just follow up with you and let you know that, you know, maybe we can meet up, or would you like to meet me there? Listen, 100% of the people that you pick up show up. You know, so if you have an opportunity to pick up your guests and bring them here, great, do that. But you want to make sure you're following up, and we're going to also be talking about that, following up and teaching those skills in this Leadership Academy. Calling prospects, that's the same thing. You know, so again, the magic number is 5. If you're out and about, you want to make sure that you're constantly moving the system over and over and over, and this will help. Call back for the day. Maybe you know, weren't able to connect with somebody, or they said, hey, call me back in 30 minutes. Then just put their name there, you know, and then just remind her, because again, you can get busy, and if you haven't put it on, you know, the to-do list, you'll forget, and then they're going to be thinking about you. They're going to be like, well, she never called me back. You know, and again, it's easy to follow up when you tell somebody, hey, Cindy, I'm going to follow up with you. Is that okay? Because now you're the professional. You have to be a professional in the business for people to take you seriously. And then last is notes. Just being able to write down or jot down, and sometimes I even put like just another piece of paper in there, because I like to have a lot of notes. So, you know, you can add to this and just put, you know, notes. But just to keep you on track, like, hey, I talked to Nick, and, you know, his mom, or, you know, something happened and she's sick and ill, and so I'm going to turn back in like 5 days, and I'm going to check on Nick. Hey, I just was thinking about you. How's your mom? It's the personal warmth and competence that actually make a difference. And so that's what I do with the notes. But the key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Those who those who plan to fail to plan, right? Or those who fail to plan to fail, right? And so you have to plan, and it even takes your 6 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock p.m. to get your business wrapped up on this daily checklist.
That is so good. And what we've done is, so we have the weekly checklist, it's there, 7 days with tabs, and then another weekly checklist representing another week, 7 days with the daily checklist, and then another one. Does that make sense? For 31 days. So as you go through, and we put it so that when you actually print it, it has weekly checklist, 7 days daily, weekly checklist, 7 days daily. Say, thank you, Avery. You're awesome. So, okay, so Brandy, so this is your tools. We are hammering out your daily checklist.
I gotta add something to my tool belt. Man, I'm looking really professional here, like I could build a house or something. Because you look really cute with all your stuff. I really especially like your career manual hanging out there.
See, this is very important because I teach the ECC team, and I found that a lot of people are not reading their career manual. So this is one of the tools. It's very important. You know that little manual you got that maybe you threw over to the side, you might need to dust it off. Pull it back out and start reading it, because this really is your manual for making a 6-figure income in Market America. It's like if you bought a McDonald's, you probably wouldn't throw the blueprint to the side because you spent $1 million to get your McDonald's, right? You'd probably read it. You know, and so this is part of building your business, so make sure you pull out your career manual.
Next week we're going to talk about personality. So, you know, that also is a personality. Like I'm having a hard time reading the career manual, so don't feel bad. If you have a personality in the room that didn't read the career manual, so it'll come.
Don't judge. Don't judge. Okay, the next thing is blank schedule. So as you are starting your business, you know, would you guys agree that we all have the same amount of hours per week? Yeah. And before you started Market America, they were all used up. It's not like you now started Market America and you got another 10 hours a week. You're having to find 10 hours a week to put into your business. And so with this, we're helping you actually sketch out when you have time to do your business. So this is going to be in your binder as well. But let me show you ours and what it'll look like. This is not representing each week, where every single week you're filling this out. This is representing putting in the rocks in your life. Have you guys ever seen that demonstration? JR has done it a lot, but a lot of businesses have done it too, where they have like big rocks, and then they have smaller rocks, and then they have sand, and then they have water, and they can put it all in a jar. But if you try to put the water in first, and then you try to put in the rocks, it'll never fit. So in life, it's talking about putting the most important things in first, and then you add from there. And so what this is putting in the things that you cannot move. You know, that it's like, okay, this is very important. This is when I'm doing this is when I'm doing that. And so you don't have to feel guilty for not building Market America because you're doing something else during that time. Does that make sense? So let's look at like this example right here. So with David and I, we jump up in the morning, get my little thing, we jump up in the morning, that's when I have quiet time, and then we go to the gym, we lift, and then we shower, we dress, and then that's Periscope time, and then this is Market America office time, okay? Then we have off time that we are working the business. Now I can if I want to during that time, but I don't have to. This is not time that I have set aside for Market America. Does that make sense? And then at night, this is time that I'm doing Market America. And then on Friday nights, every Friday night we have date night. So let's say that week we were doing something else. We're going out of town and I'm speaking somewhere and we couldn't have date night on Friday night, then we may change date night to Wednesday night or something like that. But every week we make sure that that's scheduled in. Does that make sense to everyone? Because how great is it if you build your business, you're like, oh, I'll get to my date night when we get to a 6-figure income. That is not the wise thing to do, I guarantee it. Because by doing that, yeah, you get there, but now you haven't kept that relationship up. The relationship is the most important. So doing date night, very important. In 20 years with Market America, we have made sure that that was a priority every single week. When we first started, we didn't have the money to go on a date, so we put the kids to bed and we did just time with each other, like candlelight dinner or something at home. But something where we set aside time for just us, okay?
And also, Stacy, when you're doing your schedule, sometimes have you ever had your date night there and then somebody's like, oh, I want, will you help me with this phone call or whatever? It's a professional way, plus people want to follow you when you're able to say, you know what, I'm so sorry, I already have something on my books. And then you're following that. Like this year, my whole motto is that like my business office hours are from this to this. And if you don't catch me here, then you can call me back in the next 24 hours or whatever, and I'll get back to you. But because I want to run it like a business, so that way I'm balanced. That's what I'm doing in 2017. I want to be balanced because nothing feels worse than you looking at someone and run around with their chicken with their head cut off and they're not balanced in the business, right? It doesn't feel good. So that's really important.
So good. That's so true. That's so true. You can see here too that we have family time was scheduled on Saturday nights, and then Sunday was just a family time church day, and that was a day that we didn't work during that. But you see that I have Saturday open that I could do things, but just at this time it was family time. This is where it's really important because Market America is out of your home, and sometimes it can be hard to shut the door on something that's in your home. Would you guys agree? Like you can walk away from an office, you can walk away from a hospital, but when it's in your home, it's like, oh, so it'll take over about as much as you're willing to let it take over. So you creating boundaries and saying, this is what I'm going to do, that's a very important thing for running your business. It is also important if you are a family that's building the business and so you have children. Let me explain this. I've seen over the years, the 20 years that I've been at the business, I've seen kids that start to get resentment towards the business because they feel like their parents are working all the time. They're not really working all the time, it's just that their parents haven't created really good boundaries. So let me give an example. Let's say that a child comes in, you're on the phone doing a phone call, and your child comes in and you're like, shh, I'm on the phone. So they're like, okay, they respect that and they leave. But then when you are watching a movie with them or you're playing a game and the phone rings and you're like, oh, I gotta grab this call. So you take it, what you're just telling your kids is this phone call is more important than you are. Does that make sense? So over time, can you see how resentment starts to build up with kids? Because they're like, oh, this business is more important than I am. And so you have to respect it. If you're respecting your business time, you have to respect the family time just the same way. Okay? Does that sound fair? Really important for when you do this. Because then your kids will love the business. So we've been in the business for 20 years, and our kids want to be a part of it because it never did that. Because we set up boundaries. It's almost like having a dog in your house. You ever had somebody that had a dog that was out of control? The dog ran the house, where you have a dog that's like, hey, it's well disciplined, it's obedient, it's nice to have around, but a dog that now takes over the house, it's not so much fun, right? And that's how this business can be. And so it's really important to set those boundaries and to understand that this is how I'm going to work my business and that I'm going to run it and it's not going to run me. Is that fair? Okay, yeah, so you give that a hand. Is let's say that you set an appointment at 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock to share the business plan. If somebody doesn't show up from that 12 to 1, what I've seen a lot of people do is, oh, I'll just get on Facebook then, or I'll just do something else. No, that's business time, right? Because you have 10 hours a week. And so during that time, that hour, you need to be doing something that's business productive. So you need to be making phone calls, or you need to be talking to the person right there beside you, or something where you are finding a way to use that time to now build your business, not find something else to do during that time. Does that make sense?
And we're going to also overcome fear, because I mean, how many guys have also had an appointment scheduled and you're like, you know what I mean? So they are so like, oh, show up, woo, I got in the show, yeah. And you know, so that's one of the good things that you're going to overcome too in this business is understanding that, you know, again, like she's saying,
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
when you, I mean, I don't even know if she's in here, but it's so funny because, you know, somebody went to go show the plan and then, you know, she was like, she was so scared that when she went to, she actually was there, she just told him, she's like, I forgot, she acted like she forgot her, you know, her flip chart because she was so scared to show the plan. She was like, oh, let's just talk about something else, you know. So, you know, it's okay.
Oh, I've done it. I remember when I first started that I was like calling somebody to try to show them the plan at a three-way phone call, you know, but I was praying that they didn't answer. Please, Lord, don't let them answer.
I started calling and hung up. I'm like, oh, forget it.
So we're going to cover that. That's what this 12 ways are going to be about. They're going to be about getting comfortable with all of these skills in order to run your business. So we've all been there, I promise. An events calendar. And so this is how to build from event to event to event. And we don't just have events to have events, because meetings are fun, but they're not that fun. And so we want to have a reason to have events and why we use these events. And it's leveraging your time. David and I talk a lot about 45-year plan versus 2 to 3 year plan hours, and I know that Tom and Brandy do all the time as well. And so what we do is we actually have a meet on. Again, this is an assignment. So you're going to go to meet on. This week, this is one of your audios for the week. Go to meet on. In the search bar, put whited or whited. And what you're looking for, David, so I've titled this. It's called Super Secret Shortcuts of the Super Successful. Do not try to say that 5 times. And so you're going to look for this, and this is going to talk about the importance of events, why do we have them, and how to build from event to event to event. And we're also going to talk about how to get people to major events, because we have a World Conference coming up in just a few weeks. We still have time to get people there, and so how to build towards that event. And so this is a really great one that we want you to listen to this week as well. And then create a new goal statement.
So, you know, everything starts by having a goal, right? I mean, if you don't have a goal, if you don't reach for a goal, then, you know, you're never going to achieve a goal. So in this business, we're really big about, you know, setting goals. And this is step by step. I love this. And, you know, Emily Olson also had this. We tweaked it a little bit because we just added a little bit more to it. But I'm telling you, this is amazing for you just having a step-by-step guide on how to build a goal, why to build a goal. And then on the bottom, I have a 3x5 postcard or index card that you can always keep your goal with you. Because in this business, you're going to have the ups and the downs. You're going to have people discourage you. You're going to, you know, listen to yourself. And you're going to, you know, those moments where you discourage yourself. I mean, have you been there? And then all of a sudden, you're sitting in the room with your thoughts. And it's like, oh my gosh, somebody pull me out of this. But you can just pull your goal statement out, read it over and over and over, because it's going to help you remember why you're doing what you're doing. You know, and this is not hard. We do the anyway business. I mean, people, you're doing this anyway. So just really maximize the goals and the planning of those things so that you can actually create success with your goals.
Yes, and this is so good too, because Emily did such a great job as she wrote it out. What you're wanting to do is, as you read through that, it gives you an example of how to write your own, but you want it, like her started with, it's August of 2017, and I'm showing up at the International Convention. So her started out as if this has already happened. Does that make sense? That's how you write your goal statement. And then you want to leave all negatives out. So as you're going through your goal statement, you want to make sure there's no negatives in your goal statement. If you're trying to change something, maybe you have problems with time management. So you don't want to say, I'm no longer bad at time management, because all the mind hears is bad at time management. Does that make sense? And so what you want to write is, I have become great at time management. Does that make sense? And so you're overcoming things that are issues that you've had, and that you're reading this on a daily basis, and then what you're doing is you're creating your future. You're co-creating your future. It's a really powerful thing. And so, so this is a tool. So I get my another tool. I'm going to give you.
Oh my gosh, you're such a great teacher. This is amazing.
Here first.
Yes, I'm going to use this to draw out my goals.
Yes, we are marking out your goals.
This is my guideline.
That is your
I got it.
You got it. You're ready to go. So this is just a great way of doing it. Now, one thing that you guys will notice is this right here is pretty long. depends on your personality, and you may not read it every single day, twice a day. So what we've done is we've taken this, it's almost like, you remember Cliff Notes when you were in school? You're like, where's the Cliff Notes? That's how I was, you know. So anyway, this is like the Cliff Notes on a 3x5 card. We just took this, and we put that into this right here. So something that you actually would read 2 times per day. One thing that I've done though is I've taken the longer statement, I laminated it, I put it in my shower, and as I'm taking my shower in the morning, I'll actually read through that as I'm showering. Does that make sense? And so it's just a great way of getting that image in there. And then the second time that I read it, when I'm brushing my teeth at night, I do the short one right here.
And you know, and Stacy, we also have had someone go into the notes on their phone and put bullet points of their goals and just, or even create their goal statement, and then that's their cover, their back screen or their screensaver. So that it's right there on your phone, and we're always looking at our phone, so it's going into your memory all the time of why your goals are, and for your goals being in front of you.
Exactly, and I also put it in my purse, and David put it in his wallet. So as we're out and about, and maybe I talk to somebody, I get really discouraged, you know, I did a really terrible job or whatever, and I get discouraged, I'll pull out my goal statement. It's just a reminder of why you are doing what you're doing, you know, and it's all based on your goals and your dreams. So that's your goal statement. And then here's a dream board. This is going to be another homework assignment for this week. So you're going to bring it back next week. So when you come back next week, you're going to create a dream board. I just did mine on a poster board. You can do it however you want. I've seen Quimby's before. Hers is framed and it's amazing. She's very creative. And so whatever you'd like to do, but I would like you to do it in 4 different categories. The first category is relationships. The second category is pursuits. So relationships, pursuits. The third category is lifestyle. And the fourth category is possessions. So you have relationships, pursuits, lifestyle, possessions. Okay? So divide it in 4 different categories, and then start finding pictures, because the mind actually works in pictures more than it works in words. And so finding something that's an image. Now, something I will tell you though, you do need to be very particular. So if you want a white car, like a specific car, and you want a white car, don't find a picture of a black car and put it on your dream board. I've seen it happen too many times that people are like, but I really like the car, I really wanted it in white, but I put black, and every time that they get it, they get the black one. It's just how it happens. It's crazy how that'll happen. And so be very specific when you're doing it, because the mind doesn't know. It's just going to see whatever it sees. It starts co-creating with God to make that happen. So just make sure that you are putting on there what you really want. Okay? So very fun.
And it seems silly, but it's a true game changer. When you make this happen, to put, like Steph and I, one year we started, was like, man, she wanted a barn. I said, Steph, what are you praying for? What do you want? What do you want? And so she's like, I want a barn. I just want a dancing barn, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. So she went around and she literally put a sign in her yard that this is my barn. And every single day, right, we'd back out and they would see their barn sign. And, you know, but a year goes by and like, she's like, Brandy, I don't got the barn. I'm like, not yet. Every time I say not yet. And so finally, you know, it's just amazing because now they have their barn. And it's so great because, you know, you have to daily see these things start taking place in your mind, and they will happen.
Okay, I have a really cool story for you. I got Kelley on the phone with Wendy, who's been a good friend of mine for many years, and she's been with Mark and America for many years. And she ended up moving from Denver to Iowa, and when she did, she actually had a dream board, and it was put away in the moving things. And so when she moved, it didn't get pulled back out right away. And so she had this picture. She liked this cool little background that was on this. She wasn't even sure where it was, but like it was like a city, but she wasn't sure where it was, but she just liked the look of it. And so she had it on the dream board, and then she actually had an opportunity. Her sister is a missionary in Shanghai, and so she went to Shanghai and went to see her sister. She came back and she was going through some stuff, and she ended up finding her dream board. She pulled it out. That city was Shanghai. She had no idea. She put it on like 10 years earlier, had no idea it was Shanghai, but she actually went to Shanghai, recognized it from being there when she pulled out her dream board. She's like, that was Shanghai! I was there! Is that amazing? We have unbelievable stories with that, so cool stuff. Okay, so working on your goals this week. Again, we don't have a lot of time to train them. This is your assignment. You're going to go to YouTube, go to Basic 5 Goals on YouTube, and it's Dennis Frank, so you're going to watch that. Dennis Frank's Basic 5. One of the other tabs is a recommended reading list. We're all wanting to become leaders. That's our goal, is to lead thousands of people, to be able to reach the goals and dreams that we have in Market America. In order to do that, you're going to have to become more in order to have an organization of people that are dependent on you. Would you guys agree? And so you're going to have to do some changing of the mind. And so these are books that we recommend in your first year in business, or even going back through, my husband and I are going back through this now. These are books that you're going to want to start reading. So there's 12 of them there, and then there's extended reading if you read faster. Okay? So these are great books. That's in your binder as well. Unfranchised Media app.
Love this. Is amazing. I mean, we just make this so easy for you guys to succeed. Like, truly, step by step, all you have to do is literally download your binder and follow it as your daily steering wheel. And this is just amazing because I know that Dave and Stacy have done a great job at just like coming into corporate and really making this easy for us to follow on our audio player. And that's huge.
So the audio player, when we started the project, had 1,400 audios on it, and which was a little overwhelming because everybody's like, where do you even start? And we've now narrowed it down to 200. And on that, and we even have better projects, which we're really excited about. There's going to be so many cool things that we're going to do. But right now, where it is, there's amazing things on there. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure you have it downloaded. We have the directions on how to do that. Avery even created pictures, as you can see, for people that are pictures. And so they can follow. Yeah, thank you, Avery. And so from there, you can follow it, and then they have a search bar, and in that you're going to put field leaders, or you're going to put audio classics, basic 5, isotonics. Those are just some of the suggestions. When you do, it's going to pull up different things that represent that topic that you put in, and everything that's in that category is absolutely amazing. So you can just start right in. After this week, because this week we're doing these 5. If you want to do extra, you can. But the 5 that we're already giving you, next week we'll start into how this unfranchised media app works. Okay? Verbal out loud projections, you're declaring where you are going. That's where we started the class today, right? I'm on my way to a 6-figure income. Let me hear you say that.
I'm on my way to a 6-figure income.
Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day, every way, I'm getting better and better.
2017 is my year.
2017 is my year.
That's what I'm talking about. Those are your projections, doing them every single day. That's part of the daily checklist as well as your weekly checklist. And then the names jogger, again, everybody say, thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
So Brandy, you want to explain how we developed this?
I love this because, when we're getting people started, we're going to work two sides of our business, right? We're going to work sales and we're going to work our team building side. So we're always going to be thinking of names of people, and your names list will always be growing. But sometimes when people get started and you say to them, Steph, go ahead and start writing down the names of the people that you know. She draws a blank because it's like, I don't know anyone. But the truth is that when we help jog the memory, and a lot of times using this is so great because it's like, who do you know that shops online? And right away you can get with someone, especially a new business partner, and sit down with them and say, okay, I'm going to do a fun little game, Brittany. Get it on a piece of paper. And you can help jog the memory and let it be a fun event as you're building relationships with the people that you're doing your business with. But like this, who do you know that loves skincare? Who do you know that's stressed out? Who do you know that has diabetes? Who do you know that is well networked? Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? And as they begin to jog their memory in these areas, it's really going to help them feel confident, like, wait, I know a lot of people. Instead of thinking, I tell people all the time, it's like little play on words. I'm like, Michelle, I know you know 1,000 people, but let's just start with 200, Because if I told her, hey, I know you, let's write down 200 names, all of a sudden she'll be like, ooh, you know what I mean? So when you start telling them, listen, I know you know 1,000 people, Nick, but all we're going to do is just start with 200. Let's do one at a time. I'm going to help you with this. Well, you're going to be able to use the name jogger list for the product side of your business, because maybe not all the time you're going to find people that you want them in your business just because, but you may want them as a customer, right? So either way, you're going to help identify what type of people you're going to work with, and then also for the business side. Again, you're going to be specific working through this name jogger list, and so that you're going to find professionals that you want to partner with. And I love this part because that's where it's easy for us to say, listen, I'm looking for the right people, and I thought of you. And so this really does, really raise the level of the professionalism when you're talking to someone, because then you're putting that confidence on them, like, man, you're amazing, I just thought of you. So this is a really great tool in our tool belt to use, right? So, and then you're going to use the names list tracker. What's so great about this is it's going to actually identify how you approach them. Was it for the business or was it for the product side? And you're going to literally keep track of the people and then also following up with them, right? So Larry, if I have you down on my names list, it's going to tell me my first and my second and my third and my fourth time to reach out to you. Like Tom always talks about, Jackie Velasco. I mean, she hung up on him 4 times. Literally, like, who would keep doing that, maybe you'd quit. But when you're pleasantly persistent, people's lives and the timing of their, what they're going through, it changes. So Larry may be on my list. Well, maybe Larry just is having a hard time this month. Well, I'm going to keep following up with Larry. And I'm going to be pleasantly persistent, not pushy, because I'm going to ask Larry, I know right now is not the time, but is it okay if I check back with you in like 30, 60, 90 days? Because I really think that you would be amazing at what I do. And I know the time isn't now. But is it okay if I follow up with you in maybe, 6 months? Sure, go ahead. They're just trying to get you off their back. But yet, when you're the professional and you put Larry's name down 6 months down in your binder and you roll out 6 months later and you call him back, he's like, wow, she's professional, And I've had it happen. I've dated people, as I say, listen, we're just going to court this thing in the business over a year. And then finally, it was the right time. So this really does help keep track and follow up. Don't you guys agree that this is a really good tool to use?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so there's actually, in your binder, there's room for 200 names. Very important that you come up with 200 names, okay? Because if you're out of names, you're out of business. Would you guys agree? And so you're constantly going to be adding to this. So think about it. We've been in the business a long time, 20 years, that we've been in the business. And so we're constantly meeting new people, and they're constantly going on our names list as an opportunity to speak with them about the business or about products. And so this is in the binder, but as you're going through, I know there's some new people, like Stephanie's brand new, with the business. Stephanie, you want to make sure you have your 200 names, very important, so that we can go through. It's not that you're going to talk to all 200, but let's say that Stephanie talks to 2, and she only had 6 people on her list, and 2 say no. Now she's starting to get a little nervous. Would you guys agree? But if she has 200 people on her list and 2 say no, is she nervous? Nah, she's like, I have 198 more to go, right? I remember David saying when we first started, he said, if I have to talk to 1,000 people to find the right 2, I'll do it. And it really is that mindset of, if I have to talk to 1,000, we've been in the business 20 years, we still haven't talked to 1,000 people. But he was willing to talk to 1,000 to find 2 if he had to. And so in that process, think about it. If you found the right 2 people, you talked to 1,000 people to find the right 2 people, and it was going to make you an ongoing 6-figure income for the rest of your life, would it be worth it? Yeah, absolutely. If you really believe that, most people would do that, right? Yeah, if you really believed it was going to do that. Well, we still haven't talked to 1,000 people, but that mindset allowed us to be able to make the income because we were willing to do whatever it took to make it work.
And a lot of times, like we always talk about it, like if you really understood residual income, you'd go through a brick wall to get it. That's what David says. And that's so true because that is, you are able to now have more time freedom and you can actually, control more of your world when you really have residual income. And that is really, really a big deal. So you'll talk to those 1,000 people. You will. And they're everywhere and they're looking. Yeah. People are hungry and really want opportunity. And yet we get fearful and stuck in our own way and we're like, oh, we get lost in the sauce, like, oh, whatever. But hey, the first person to talk to 1,000 people, it's all over, right? You're going to have that residual income as long as, and then guess what it's doing? These tools, it makes it easier and you're getting stronger and stronger. You're in the gymnasium of belief. You're really working out the muscle of your business, and that's through your confidence and your belief level, and that is really, really important.
Man, that's so true. And your odds are going to get better. You sit down, maybe at the beginning you talk to 10 people to find 2. And then maybe you talk to 6 people to find 2. And then it's 4 people to find 2. I don't know what your odds are, but you will get better. Would you guys agree? The more skills that you get, the more you develop, the better you're going to get, and the more the people are going to want to be on your team. And so, but you have to go out there and talk to people first so that you can develop the skills.
Very important. And too, we do it all the time for our JOB, right? If you were told what to do, you go and you do it because that's how you get your income. But then you can do your job, with your eyes closed. But that's how this is. And so you should really think of it like that, and you should really be, step into that entrepreneurial mindset that you're no longer an employee, but you're a business owner. You are the CEO of your life and your business, and that's how you're going to run it.
That is so good. I'm so glad you brought it
Do I get like an extra tool for that? Because
I know you need one. I don't know how many tools.
Oh wait, I can actually invite more people. So here, I'll give you some more cards. You can take those. And then I'll take some more cards because we're going to get some guests here next week.
That's really good.
Awesome.
Well, something I want to point out, going back to this weekly checklist, something David and I have discussed, and it's so true. If we were to run an ad in the paper, and we say that you had to do these 8 things in 10 hours a week, and we were going to pay you $50,000 a year to do that, and it's 10 hours a week, we would have people lined up around the block. Would you guys agree? And people would do that. So if we hired them, and then they built an organization for us, and then we fired them, and then we got 6 figures for the rest of our life, why would you do it for somebody else, but you wouldn't do it for yourself? Really think about it. If you could do these 8 things, and it was going to create a 6-figure income for you, and it was in 10 hours a week, and it's residual, would you do it? Yeah. So you just have to believe it, and if you would do it for somebody else, do it for yourself, because you're more valuable to yourself. So, very important here. Okay. Oh, this is an assignment. So, on creating your possibility list, this is one of the audios for the week. Go to Meet-On, go to search, put in Whited, and you're looking for creating your possibility list. So, we're going to help you narrow down those 200 people to your top 10 of who we're going to call first. Okay? Because you're looking at a list and you're like, where do I even start? So we're going to help narrow that down to help you find out who are the top 10 people that you're going to talk to. That's creating your possibility list, and that's one of the audios for the week. And then basic scripts. So making phone calls.
And this is great because honestly it gives you a platform to run off of, but then you can be your own personality. I remember starting, working from scripts, and I was in the car, my kids were little at the time, and so I get in the car and I'm like, how you get all stressed, and then all of a sudden, you're like, putting everybody in the car, and so I started making phone calls, and all of a sudden I'm like, hi, how are you? And then and I was just stressed out 2 seconds ago, and the kids, all of a sudden, I felt them staring at me, and they're like, and I'm like, shh, don't look at me like that. I'm like, oh, well, and so, we have to be ourselves, and a lot of times with scripts, if we look in the mirror to do this, then we're smiling and we're happy. People can hear your tone over the phone. Let's be real clear. Have you ever had somebody call you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I already know they're in a bad mood, or I better get ready for this, or you just hang up and act like, you didn't get the right connection. But it's so important that when you're using scripts, that you're thinking about how you're feeling. So, get yourself in the mood, like excited and thinking about something that's making you positive, and stand in front of the mirror and try this, because it really does make a difference. Record yourself. Would you want to talk to you? I don't know, but I just know that when somebody is inviting and they're exciting, people want to be a part of that, right? And so these scripts, though, are the guidelines to what you're going to say, but putting your personality into it is so key. Being yourself. Just make sure that you're following these scripts, and these are truly the easiest things to really work off of as a tool.
Yeah, and it really kind of depends on your personality. So some people do really great with scripts. Some people, they just need bullet points. And so we have 2 different ways. We have scripts that you can use, or we have lose the script, make the call by Jim Winkler. And so when you get to your binder, there's actually scripts in there, and then the next thing is actually bullet points by Jim Winkler on Lose the Script, and he just kind of goes through bullet points of how to make that call without having a full script. And so this is another assignment for the week to watch this one. And so you're going to go to YouTube, go to Lose the Script, Jim Winkler in the search bar, and then you watch that one for the week, and it's like 18 minutes. It's not very long at all, but it's a really great way of kind of learning. And then one of our skill trainings in one of the 12 weeks is actually going through making phone calls. And so you're going to need to be practicing the scripts, because you're going to come to the room and we're going to do a workshop on using the scripts or losing the script and using the bullet points. Does that make sense to you guys? Whichever one you're the most comfortable with.
And make sure you show up that week.
Exactly. We're not going to tell you how we
We'll come find you.
Exactly. We'll be knocking on your door. final thing is challenges. Okay, so challenges are really important. People will grow with challenges, and they'll do things that they typically wouldn't have done if there's a challenge and there's a reward for challenges. So we actually are going to give prizes for challenges that are met during this 12 weeks as well. So this is Brandy's idea, and I absolutely love it. So you want to talk about the 30 days?
Sure, and we have different ones for motives, but like David said, Stacy and I presented the binder. He's like, there's this like pretty girl, and he's like, no man is going to follow, have this face on there for motives, So he decided we should do like the happy face, because what this just really represents is any product, any face, whether it's business, whatever it is, you're getting in front of 30 people in the first 30 days through a challenge of saying, hey, you know what, I need to burn your face, or with motives, or, is it okay, like I'm going to challenge, and I really need you to put your eyes on this opportunity because I'm learning how to present that. Would that be okay, Jason? I know that you're an amazing business guy, and I really appreciate you, and I know you'll laugh with me, not at me, so will you let me just present this to you and let this help me reach my challenge? Really people will be like, yeah, sure. And if you're scared, I've literally had conversations where like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared to call you, Larry, but at the end of the day, I have to reach my challenge, and you're the first person I thought of because I know that you know a lot of people, and I know that you're shopping online, and so you know what, would it be okay if I just met with you some more with coffee and we can sit down and I can share this with you? Or maybe you give out 3 daily essential packets, and that's your challenge, you're putting the product out there. Well, you're filling in the people, or you're having a wellness, or whatever. Each face counts that shows up. If you have a wellness with 5 people there, you're already 5 faces down. So you can do this 1 face at a time, you can do it 5 at a time, whatever. But the goal is to get your win in your first 30 days. Right? When Katie, you went on your 30 days and 30 faces in 30-day challenge, it didn't make you confident? Did it make you grow? Did you earn a little money? Yeah. So that's the goal of it. So when you're getting started and you're new and you're working with new people, it takes the fear away by saying, hey, here's your first challenge. You're just going to get in front of 30 people with skin. Okay, I know you can do that, And so right away, Quimpy is going to be working out that muscle, right? And she's going to become stronger and stronger. And then, she's going to feel good about her business, confident, and then it's going to duplicate, like we talked about at the beginning. Small tasks duplicated by a large group of people. Imagine if we're all doing 30 faces in 30 days on our right side of the organization. Cha-ching, right? BV, confidence, explosion, growth. Same thing on this side. So we just have to make it happen. We can't be like, oh, I'm going to do everything in this book with that. You just got to go for it and just ask. You have not because you ask not.
That is exactly right. And there's going to be prizes for people that are able to accomplish that. So you're just marking off the faces as you go. 30 faces, 30 days. So you're going to choose a 30-day time period, and then you're going to start it, and then you're going to get in front of those people, and then once that challenge is met, you'll come back. And we'll celebrate.
And social media is amazing. I know, Quimpy, you just put on your social media. She just did a Facebook Live. She said, hey, I'm in a challenge and I need to borrow your face and really, expose motives to 30 women and custom blends. And already, just right away, you had 13 different appointments or whatever in just that one video post. So, that's amazing. People want, but if you don't put yourself out there, you'll never know if it works. To be honest, you'll just never know. And then you're going to be discouraged and beating yourself up and oh, this didn't work. But again, if you're really, really doing this, then you're going to see it's mind-blowing when it really does work. So,
okay, very good. So that is your binder. Does that make sense to everyone? Everything is in that binder. You guys excited? It is very exciting. And then this is homework for next week. So next week, you want to join the Facebook page. You want to make your binder, and then next week you need to bring it back with you. When you bring it back with you, you get extra tickets, so make sure you bring it back with you. You're going to create your dream board, bring it back with you. When you create your dream board and you bring it back with you, you get more tickets for prizes. You're going to watch the Meet On videos, the daily method of operation, super secret shortcuts of the super successful, creating your possibility list, and then the 2 YouTubes, basic 5 goals, and lose the script, make the calls. Are you guys excited about this? Yeah. Are you excited about that? Okay, so we're going back with how we started. When one person claps, what happens? Everybody claps. When one person stands, what happens? Everybody stands. This is going to be an atmosphere where this next 11 weeks, truly, that we are celebrating each other, we are coming together, we're working on the skills, we're bringing our guests, we're having a ton of fun. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So,
And we're really excited. Don't forget, next week, go and take these VIP cards. Ask someone. I dare you to really, truly, put yourself out there and say, hey, listen, will you come be my guest at this Leadership Academy? And you know what? When you do that, again, you're going to get more tickets and your confidence is going to grow big in your business. And so we want to actually make sure that one announcement that next week, if you were a part of the four-week boot camp and you came to the personality test, I mean, how many guys came to that? Was that not hands down? I literally got text for 2 weeks, like literally saying, oh my gosh, that's still saturated in my brain about personalities. And so bring that book with you that you received that night if you did come. If not, you will be getting a book. But come again, because even if you heard it, and obviously, if you complete 12 weeks of this academy, you're going to get a certificate. So you want to, again, come each and every week, creating that habit. We're going to celebrate you after the 12-week academy is over, but bring people with you. Today I was having a conversation with someone, or last night, and they were like, man, I'm really confused. And it made me think, was it you, Ryan, that figured out in your head what was going on from the personality, or with someone? And he was like, oh man, I figured out why I'm so confused. So it will really help you understand you and the people that you work with. So do not miss it, because it's going to be amazing. And but we do want to go ahead and have our prize. So Emily, if you can hit our drum roll. Everybody ready for some free gifts? Get your tickets out. We're going to find out who the winners are. Stacy, there you go. There's the cup.
okay, so this week what we're doing is we're actually giving away prizes from what Kelley covered. SOS, we have heavy duty, we have natural concentrate, all of those. So that's going to be part of the drawing.
And what's nice too, if you already have those products, you can take and use them as your examples for people. Say, hey, can I drop this off and let you try this out for me? All right, so we have a drum roll. Emily's got our drum roll. Okay. So, all right, you know how it goes. It's the first 4 numbers we call out. Everybody goes, and the last 3, everybody goes, but the winner goes. Okay. So 5899 502. Good job. Kelley. Kelley is our winner. All right, so we'll get the next drum roll rolling just Emily. All right, so here we go. Drum roll, drum roll. What was that? Was good. Okay, you guys are funny. Y'all. There we go. All right, 5899 522. Yay! All right, here we go again. 5899 478. Yay, Holden, she's excited. I love that. Yay! Oh, wait, that's... Just kidding. All right, ready? 5899 477. Yay! Okay, was that the last one, Stacy? One more. Okay, one more. Tanya might have won it. She flew all the way from Florida to be here with us tonight. She's going back home